Eagle Scouts make the news all the time, and as it turns out, they create the news too. Hi, I'm Brian Wendell of Eagles Call magazine. Behind me is the CBS Broadcast Center in New York City, and inside, Eagle Scout Scott Berger is working on tonight's edition of the CBS Evening News. Berger's the associate director of the program, and I want to find out what that means and how they cram an entire day's worth of headlines into a 30-minute show. I'll see you inside.
We'll have those stories tonight on the CBS.
Once again, please roll to record, say speed.
Let me know if we can go.
Speed. Well, it really depends on where you are, Scott. We do start to see...
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, kill.
This
we'll
is
go
the
roll clip
CBS
2.
Evening
Dissolve.
News with Scott Berger.
Dissolve to 2. Cue Scott to zoom in.
A typical day for an associate director starts out just like anybody else working on this broadcast. We all have to be informed of the day's events. As the day progresses, I get more focused on what I need to be concerned about, because everybody has very specific jobs. My job as an associate director is to make sure that all of the taped elements for the show gets into the building. I also make sure that I know once it's edited, or while it's getting edited, what edit room it's being edited in. I need to know how long the finished product is going to be. I need to know how it starts and how it ends, because if it ends with somebody's mouth moving, we call that lips. We don't want to have anybody on TV with their mouth moving and no sound coming out. So we have to make sure we know that it's lips out, and that way we can get out in a certain way. That will help do it. Lips out.
Earlier, Scott gave us a tour of the hallowed halls of CBS News, where legendary anchors like Douglas Edwards, America's first TV anchor, and Walter Cronkite kept the nation informed.
In order to keep a studio hot, meaning ready to go on the air at any time, was very, very expensive. And the main studio was not used in case of breaking news. So we had what was called the flash studio. And this was where we would go on the air in a moment's notice if we needed to break into programming.
This is a CBS News special report. Dan Rather reporting from CBS News headquarters.
Makeup. Everybody gets makeup when they go on TV. They make Scott look perfect every single night. Looks like he's... no.
Wait a minute. I'm going to cut the shine.
I don't have... Oh, my gosh.
What?
No, don't wait.
Cut the shine.
You'll see that there are numerous audio boards. Each and every one has a specific purpose. Lee, our audio guy, he will make sure that he has... We call them carts. It used to be announcers would record their voice on a cart, or there was theme music. And we still call it a cart, but it's really a digital file now. And by number, we can call for 2501, or there's 2501. And there's different subtleties to different music clips. If we're going, sound similar but different.
Now show me this board here. I see we've got...
Right, now if you look at this though...
Codes galore here.
Yeah, it looks kind of like NASA. We're ready to launch a rocket or something. That's really 2 monitors. And that's 2 monitors, and that's 2, and that's 2, and that's 2. They're divided into different sources. We can put an awful lot of things into those top monitors.
So being an Eagle Scout probably comes in handy, being in this room in this pressure situation. Is there a time when that's really helped out?
Every single day it helps out. You know, when you're a very young scout and you learn the motto, it's as true for me today as it was when I was a tenderfoot, and that is to be prepared. A small example of that is right here. I still use analog stopwatches, but not one, because if one of them stops working, I want to be prepared.
That's great.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. Scott's scouting experience didn't end after receiving his Eagle. In fact, he's still very much involved in scouting, serving as the chairman of the Merit Badge Maintenance Task Force. Scott's also a distinguished Eagle Scout, an award rich in tradition. And speaking of tradition, Scott sees a great similarity between scouting and CBS News.
CBS is steeped with tradition. So is scouting. Both organizations, though, have kept up with the times without forgetting the past. If you forget the past, you're liable to make the same mistakes. We certainly don't want to do that here at CBS. And in scouting, we have always moved forward in the right direction.
Well, thanks so much for having us. I learned a lot. That was awesome.
It was a pleasure to have you here. It was a lot of fun for me too. I don't mean to kick you out, but it's getting late. I'm off to a troop meeting.
Oh, yeah. By
Let's
all
go.
means.